Thank you. Mr. Chair, ladies and gentlemen. A few hours west of Gaborone, in beautiful southern Africa, is a very well-dressed baboon. And tonight, very simply, I'm going to tell you his story. Before I start, I need to tell you a couple of things about baboons. I don't know how many of you have ever lived in a heavily baboon-populated area. But those of you that have will know that they are big, they are strong, they can be aggressive, and therefore they are potentially dangerous. And you are not advised to seek them out by way of companionship when in the wild. Now you know that, I need you to come with me on a journey to a place called Marshall's Farm, set in the heart of the Okavango Delta. To get there is a long drive. And as it's mainly down dirt track, it's fair to say that when you arrive, you are a little bit like that couple of those 24 hours. But what greets you is a beautiful colonial-style homestead with a veranda that looks out over the Spelt. You can drink pink gins, brought to you like that, and hammock. If you're brave enough, you can dip in a borehole to cool off. Or you can just enjoy the fantastic wildlife. And it was on a day, about 10 years ago, that my husband and I last found ourselves at Marshall's Farm, knowing Marshall's as we did. And he suggested we might try a day of African fishing. Put together some provisions, tucked our trousers into our socks, snakes, and set off into the bush. We probably walked about 25 minutes when we came to a beautiful river. It had boulders down the banks and a fantastic plateau, perfect for setting up camp on. The plateau backed up to a rock face, over which hung a precipice, which was ideal should we need to shelter from the sweltering African sun. And as my husband set about doing whatever fishermen do, I unpacked the picnic, the fishing lines, and various other provisions in the shade. Now at this stage, there's various things you need to know about my husband and I. The first is that when he fishes, he nearly always strips down to the waist. Nothing particularly unusual there. He did that on this occasion. He stored his shirt at the back. The second thing you don't know about my husband is that he's deaf. Has a little tiny bit of hearing in this ear, but none whatsoever in this ear, and this ear is always the ear that I find myself by. And the third thing you need to know is that he is a very, very passionate fisherman, and I am not. I get quickly bored and a little bit fidgety, and I have a feeling that I'm probably irritated. And that's exactly what happened on this occasion. We'd been sitting there for about 5 minutes. I was feeling fidgety when something caught my eye. And so I whispered to my husband. And the reason I whispered is, as any angler's wife will know, you are not allowed to make a noise when he is fishing. So I whispered. I thought I saw a porcupine. And with that, I headed into the bush to see if I was right. I walked for about 5 minutes. Sure enough, I found a quill. So I beavered on. And I probably went further than I meant to go. And I looked up and realised what had been cobalt blue skies had turned rather treacherously grey. And then there was the most amazing boom! Crack! Rain! Wind! I did what any idiot of my standing would do. I ran and took cover under the only tree in the Spelt, because it seemed a slightly better idea than running back across the open bush. And the wind whipped round, and the rain came down, and the lightning went, and then suddenly, as quickly as it has come, and is so often the case in Africa, it passed. I hurried back to where I'd left my husband, feeling that he may be worried about me, and I rounded the corner, and there he was. Bare-chested, fishing rod in hand, slightly ashen, and gibbering. He appeared to be trying to say, baboon. And at that point, I realised a number of things. First of all, I realised that my husband is so passionate about fishing that even if he has to escape and step backwards from a storm to shelter under the precipice, he will not take his eye off that reel. Secondly, I realised that when I whispered, I thought I saw a porcupine. He may have thought I said, I'll sit back there out of the way of the line. Finally, I realised that I may be hairier than I had thought. At that point, heading down the riverbank, I spotted a very distinctive-looking baboon. He was distinctive for a number of reasons. The first was, he was unusually dry, bearing in mind the rainstorm we just endured, which led me to believe that he had taken shelter somewhere. The second thing that made him stand out was that he was wearing a very familiar hat. And finally, he carried in one hand a basket of fish, a shirt, and a pair of sunglasses. And my memory may be playing tricks with me, but I'm almost sure just before he disappeared out of sight, he turned and doffed his hat in my direction. Now that is very nearly the end of the story of the best-dressed baboon in Botswana, but I am reliably informed, if you are lucky enough to find yourself in that corner of the Okavango Delta, he can still be seen today wearing a Panama hat, a Lacoste shirt, and an expensive pair of Oakley sunglasses, sitting on a plateau, surrounded by a wide-eyed group of baby baboons, as he tells them the story of the day he met the worst-dressed Briton in Botswana.